Guys, welcome back to my channel. We are in part 3 of the desk set with the matching journal. And we had finished decorating this, and I did come in and add the word like I said I would, and I added the word imagination. I added this other grommet or eyelet over here, and then I added some glossy accents to the roses and the flowers on my focal points here, and then I added a little Swarovski crystal. So something I realized is I did not add the lace up here that I had wanted to. I forgot about that, so I want to add more up there. And then when we sewed this part to this part, I forgot that we actually also need to sew or glue this back one to here, unless you want this to be a hinge also, which it could, but everything would fall out in that case. The only reason why we're hinging this when we come to hinge it is so that it can be expandable to fit the journal in. And then this whole piece just pops down, and then we have the pocket here. So as in the original prototype here. So if you untie this, and this is part 3, by the way, of this series. This comes down like this, okay? And then you have your pocket here that I had loaded. And then, of course, this houses the journal. And then the flip side has the one great big pocket that is attached. So you can really stuff it full, you know, of your larger tags and ephemera and things like that. And then we're going to put a little pocket on the back as well. So moving on, I have decided instead of, I couldn't find some trims that I wanted to hinge, like I did this floral trim and then put a bucket on it, or a button, and here's the back side. So let me show you the side. So it kind of expands like this, and you can pop it in like that. Instead, I've decided to do eyelets again right here and here, and we'll have matching trim tying up this pocket and here as well. And then you can whoever is the recipient, or if you're making one of these for yourself, then you can tie as tight as you want or as loose as you want. That way you can add even more items in there. So let's go ahead and do that. Then we are going to finish trimming out the front and add the pocket to the back. And then after, I will go and I will sew those back two pockets together. Before I add those eyelets, I want them to be the same, let me see, the same. Okay, this actually, this comes up over here, so I think if I come down 1 inch, so let me come down 1 inch on this side. Let me, whoops, 1 inch. Let me look at my, yeah, make sure I'm in frame. And I think that would be a good spot for the eyelet. I'm just looking at it. And then 1 inch here, so this would be, because this drops down a 1/2 inch, so this will be in essence 1/2 inch. And that should line up. Let me just check my lines to make sure. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. You want it to be symmetrical though. And that looks like it's going to be good. So we have to do the same thing to the front and the back. So I'm going to hold this together, and I will add my hole right through both. Now I want to show you something I did. Yesterday when I made my hole through here, I accidentally added a hole. Where is it? Oh, it's on this side, all the way through. So there's now a hole here. So I think when we do the pocket, I might just cover that like this. I've done a pocket, and also I added some ink here by mistake. I laid it on an open ink thing. I might try to put the pocket, well, that might be too high. Maybe we'll just add a little dangle there. We'll do something, or I can cover it up with some scrap or washi tape. And also, see how I got the ink, even though the ink blends in and it kind of looks kind of fun, I'm going to do a collage over on this side. So easy to fix if you make those kind of mistakes, which I seem to do a lot. Here, let me get this paper out, and then I will come back and add my eyelet here, eyelet here, eyelet here, eyelet here. And actually, I'm thinking I might want to put the eyelet to show the front on this side. So what I am saying is, because you're not going to really see inside there because you're going to have your journal in there and all that. But when you flip it over, you will see the eyelet. So, oh, I'm looking for the right color. Here we go. So I think I will set the back eyelet this way, okay? Because that will look, I think that's going to look nicer. Though, you know, the fabric will be coming through it. So let me think on that as opposed to adding it, you know, this way in here. See what I mean? So, while I have this, I'll go ahead and add one right here. There. Okay, and then I'll finish that after. Now I want to add some trim up here. So again, I'm going to reach from my scraps. Okay, I have all these scraps, and I've got, let me see. I think I'm going to use this. And I will tear some of this. Let me see the flip side, because that will match this. So, and then we'll put the crocheted trim lace. So let me just rip this down, and then I'm going to just rip a piece of this. And find my inks. Ink. Here it is. And ink all the way around, just to cover that white core of the cardstock. And we'll pop this right here, and then I'll decide which lace I want to put over that. This is such a simple little embellishment. Such a simple way just to add a little pizzazz. Whoops, I think I need to put a pin in there. This seems to be clogged up. That's pretty too, the roses. Okay, and then we are going to add some trims to the back pocket. Down here, because I like the rough side, the ripped side to show, kind of like I did here. All right, let's pull out my trims here, and I think I want to do something a little narrower than the one down here. So this one's pretty. I've got that one. I've got this one. which is simpler. But since I have the scallop down here, this is a small scallop, I think I'll just use this. So I think I need this much. And we'll glue that on. It still isn't flowing good. I think I need to kind of clean that nozzle out a little bit. And I almost feel like I need another piece right here. Let me hold it like this. Let me see if I have something a little narrower. Maybe this, just like that. Yeah, I think I will. It's a little plain, and if I had my ribbon out, if I had some bluish color or green blue ribbon, that would be pretty there, but I don't have it out, so I'm going to use what's on my desk. I just feel like it needed a little bit more. There we go. I'm going to start my journal making basics, how do I say that? Basics, the journal making basics series this afternoon. I might not put that up till tomorrow. And that's going to be everything starting from the covers all the way to the inks and the different supplies, etc., and the tips and stuff that I've learned along the way. You know, papers and all sorts of different things. Let me see if I can get this flowing a little bit better. So that I'm going to be doing at the same time I'm doing this. Okay, so we have our trim here. Now let's flip it over, and we want a pocket over here. So again, I'm going to reach to my scraps over here, and I'll use a piece of this. I just feel like that pocket might be a little high, but I want to cover the hole, so let me make this just a little smaller. It doesn't need to be that big. So I'll cut a piece of this. Let me see, I've got my trimmer over here covered, piled of stuff on it. Okay, let's cut this piece. Sorry if I'm out of frame. And I think I'm just gonna take a tad off the bottom, and that should be about the right size. I'll do it right there. It'll just cover that. Or do I want it this way? I think I'll do it this way. The stripes going this way, though that's kind of fun for like coordinating. How wide do I want it? I think I'll just do that. And I think I will do a little notch in it in the middle. And I'm just eyeballing this. And before I glue that on, I'll go ahead and ink it quickly. And then we'll decorate the pocket. And you guys, when you're making your projects, you could do an angled pocket here. you know, let me pop that up over that hole. You know, any kind of pocket you want. Or no pocket at all. Or an extra long pocket here. You know, you could do as much or as little as you want. Now, I'd like to do a focal point on that. So, I'm going to pull this back over, and we're going to take a look at what I have here. This is pretty. Deep in the roots, all flowers keep the light. I think I'll do that one. So let me cut that out. Do you see what I'm doing? I'm using my wrong scissors. Those are not my paper scissors. I'm bad about that. I've ruined way too many of my fabric scissors. Okay, so we have this, and I kind of just, let me see if I can just trim. That's not gonna work. I just want to rip a few of the edges on this, but I want to, it's very hard cardstock. So with my feeble fingers, there, I just want a rough edge. Oh, come on, Julie. There we go. All right. And I think, let's look at this and see. I'm going to go ahead and ink it, and I think we'll go ahead and put a little bit of muslin trim in behind there. Okay, I have some over here somewhere, I believe. Nope, that's very small. That's not big enough. Let me see. Trim, muslin trim. Here, I've got some more up here. Okay, got a nice big piece here. This has been coffee stained. Let's see how much we need. We just need about this much. Hold on, let me put this on here. This would be smarter. Yep, okay, let's rip this. And then I feel like I'm covering too much of my cardstock down there. I think I might, well, I can't really rip. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna rip a little off of the bottom. So at least you can, you know, see a little bit more of the pretty cardstock. Okay, let me see. And then I'll cut a little bit more of this. Let me see. Yeah, let me just take a little bit, see if I can do this. There we go. And let's see, will this work? Yep. And then just cut right about there. And rip. And I want to make sure I get get it kind of shabby. Take some extra strings off and all right, do I have that the right way? I think it goes this way, yep. All right, let's go ahead and glue this to the muslin. Just simple, just a real simple layering. This is a nice, easy project. Especially compared to that lap book project I did. I did a tutorial of that. That was a challenge. It was a challenge even for me because I was creating that as I went along without, you know, any directions or anything. I was kind of just coming up with it as I went. Okay, so we've got that. Okay, now I think I'm going to leave this plain because the large tags are going to be just all coming up on that. Now I want to do a little bit of collage over here. I still have these, but let me see what else I've got. I might use some embossed paper. I just want to see what I have on these sheets. This is fun. This is kind of already collaged. That's nice. These I'm going to use to stuff the pages. So let's rip a piece of this, and I think we'll do a little doily underneath, since I have, I thought I had one that I had been tearing on up here. Oh, I also have this. Let me just see. And I have this. Reach for your scraps, you know. Let me put this on here. This has a little bird. I still like that. Okay, I'm thinking. All right, let's go ahead and start layering. If I overthink it, then it gets too crazy. I've got some of this. I have this. Beauty is in the little things. I just feel like that's too much on the page, around the pocket. This is pretty. Let me go ahead and ink this up, and I'll add a piece of this somewhere in this collage over here. I think I'll add a little bit of the blue ink on here. And this is Broken China. And grab my ink pad for that. Okay, I think we'll do a little bit of, what did I do with that? My doily. Oh, I'm losing everything. Let me grab another one. I just, excuse me, I literally just had that doily on my desk. And you guys probably can see it, but you can't tell me where it might be. And I like these square doilies because if you fold them, they go great in the book, in your journals. So, all right, let's cut a piece of this off. And if I had music paper and old book pages out here, you know, we could use that, but I don't. All right, let me move this aside while I ink it. I think I'm gonna go and hunt for some beige or ecru color doilies also, and I need to coffee stain some of these because I'm out of that, which would help. Not getting any. Trying to get a little blue on there. I'm going to go ahead and just start layering. So let me put this down. Actually, yeah, I'll just use this. I was going to use the glue stick, but last time I used the glue stick on the doily, it kind of went right through to the front, and the front of my doily got, excuse me, I got a frog in my throat. The front of my doily got all glue sticked up, so I'm trying to cover that ink spot. So let's put this here. Need a little bit more here. A little bit more here. Okay, we have this, and then we have either a piece. Oh, look what I found. So now I have two of them. Jeez. Oh, this is pretty too. No, Ricky. Oh, I found a focal piece. We're gonna use, no, Ricky, no. We're gonna use this butterfly as well, because I saw that over to the side and that looks nice. Let's just ink that up. Let's use the blue. Okay, let me just grab a little piece of this. So this I'm going to rip. And I'm going to rip a piece of this, either that or this. I think I'm going to use this because there's so much color in this. So let's just figure if I want this first, and then this, and then my focal piece. So I'm going to rip a piece of this off. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to lay this. Let's bring this down here and then this up here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and rip this here. And rip this here, and we'll ink them, we'll lay them down before we glue them, and then decide if we need to rip any more off. Actually, I kind of like it. Maybe this has to come over this way. Like that. I think I need a little cheesecloth under there, and I need to take, well, let's try this. I need a little bit more off of this, and I need a little cheesecloth. So let me go ahead and glue this piece down, because I know I want that there. Okay. Need a tad more ink here. And a piece of cheesecloth. Just a small little piece. Okay, and then I'm thinking I might turn this. Let me see, is that, no, I'll keep it this way. And then put, let's bring this here, and we'll put the cheesecloth right under here. Or do I want some up here? I think I might do a little bit more. So let's go ahead and put this piece down. I know I want that there. Just trying to use, you know, the scraps I have on my desk. And I'll use a little bit bigger piece of cheesecloth, and then I need to check the time. And then the next one, we will start our paper bag journal. This is too big. And I gotta take a little bit more off of that. Yep, quite a bit. These scissors aren't the best. All right, and let's see if I have too much. Got a little bit too much on this side, so all right, let me go ahead and glue my focal piece to the cheesecloth, and then we'll glue the cheesecloth down. And then that'll go right there. And that just gives a little bit of interest on this big pocket. And I'm also thinking I might want to do a little trim across the top. I don't know yet. There we go. Let me just show you what that looks like. Just a little, whoops, moving on me. Just a little collage. Okay, so let me check the time. Oh, we're at 32 minutes. Now, do I want to add a little trim here? I think I do. That's cute, just like that, isn't it? It kind of balances it all. I feel like this is missing here, so I think something's missing here. So I might come in and do a little bit of stenciling there, and that will kind of cover up that ink spot. Oops. My desk is, I'm gonna have to clean up this desk before I get into the journal with you guys, because it's a mess. I cannot work neat. I just don't know. I clean up after every one of my projects, but when I'm in the middle of a project, it's a mess. It's a mess. So I just want to make sure that's straight. I feel like it needs to go up here a little bit. Let me just move it up a little bit. There. Okay, so here's the back. This is going to be a tuck spot here. We've got a little collage. I'm going to leave this plain. I'm going to come in and add some eyelets there, and I'm going to go ahead and bring this to the machine and sew down this pocket here because it's not sewed down. And then our folder is pretty much ready to be stuffed. So we're going to move on. The next one we're going to move on with is making the journal, and it's going to be made out of a paper bag. And then add our trims to for the to make the hinges. Okay, guys. I hope you're enjoying this series. Have a blessed day. We'll talk to you later. Bye.